everybody, welcome back to another episode of Möregon Trail. This is episode number 5. This is a Twice Roll Tales production. If you're here and you haven't watched episodes 1 through 4, do that. Why are you still here? Just go away. See you later. Bye. My name is Emily Tworek. I'm going to be your trail guide for this adventure. I'm joined by, of course, my lovely, lovely players. Their names will pop up above their heads or below their heads, somewhere around their heads. Last we left off, we had reached Fort Laramie and found that there was a large party happening at Fort Laramie with some wagon train survivors. And there is a send-off party that everyone has been talking about. And we've come to find out that the send-off party is for glowing things that are heading west. Look like bodies. They're rising from the ground. Hope that's cool.
I don't care for that shit at all.
Like there were bodies on the ground previously, and now they are
Maybe on, maybe in.
alive or not alive?
That's a great question.
They were both ground and life adjacent. There's nothing up.
Most of the revelers from the party now have gathered near these western gates. Some of them have spilled out to the gates, and everyone is just sort of in a flurry of shouts and cheers as these glowing figures, they're kind of glowing in a blue-green, bright, sort of sickly glow, start making like a hobbling trek west. They look like people moving, but they move sort of unnaturally. There's a little bit of like a hitch in their gaits that makes it seem like they're maybe not fully alive.
Are we all seeing this?
Yeah, you are. Or at least you're seeing the crowd moving, kind of depending on where you are stationed in the crowd. You may or may not see these people actually rising from the ground. You were with Isaac, and he's kind of positioned himself towards like the center of the crowd, looking out, so you are getting a direct view of this. You both were over by the kids' pinatas, and while this has been happening, your walkie-talkie that you keep on you is going crazy with static. There is like a crackling and a popping that you have not heard for some time now, and it is at a higher intensity than you have ever felt. Are you two also heading over with the rest of the group, or are you kind of staying with the kids?
Yeah, I think when the walkie-talkie starts to crackle like that, McCready like stiffens up. It's kind of a little bit worried. He's like, Rory, we might have some trouble.
What is that? Do you have a friend somewhere? Or...
I wouldn't say it's a friend, but an acquaintance.
A foe?
Listen, Willow, can you watch the rest of the youngins? I gotta talk to your uncle.
If you insist. Come on, Mia. Come on, Anthony.
All right. And then, we can start walking over to the crowd and, kind of like in low tones, be like, all right, Rory, listen. There are things that I've seen making my way out west here. And for some reason, this old hand crank walkie-talkie that my Bobby gave me, whenever they're around, it starts to act up. And I don't know why. I don't know what these things are, but they're...
Hold on. What's they sort of generally refer to?
They're people, but they're not. They glow in the night.
As you both are here in the crowd, you see kind of like above the heads these glowing figures that are starting to move west.
Just like that.
Yeah, I think there was like an initial instinct for Rory to be like, God, how long were you in the bunker? But then, like, seeing the things being like, and I've never seen anything like this before, right?
You have not, no.
We should go, probably. What is this?
I have no idea. I've always steered clear of them. I keep them at a distance. But all I know is that whenever this radio turns on by itself, I know there's going to be trouble.
I think I'm going to go back to the kids. I'm going to go back to Willow.
Oh, back so soon. Didn't trust me to be a babysitter.
No, you've done a fine job. Listen, something's happening, which perhaps is not, shall we say, ideal. We might have to leave quite quickly.
Okay, but we just got here.
We did. You're right, and I'm sorry. We can't stay
It's not
longer.
polite to leave a party early.
It is not polite, and normally I would not advise it, especially with the abundance of provisions. But how do I say this? Yeah, we'll go. Just come with me, and then I'll fill you in.
Where are we going?
Hopefully away from. I mean, I guess I have to find. I should find Sarge. Have you seen Sarge?
Last I saw, she was in some of the offices.
All right. Hold on. Don't leave. And I'm gonna go see if I can find Sarge again.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll accompany Rory.
All right.
Cool. You sticking with Isaac?
I'm staying with Isaac. Isaac is looking out over the crowd, and I turn to him and I say, Isaac, what is this place?
Last way station to the west. You haven't seen these before, have you?
No.
Right. Okay. It looks like a lot, and it is. But I promise it's okay. They're not gonna hurt you. No, they're not gonna hurt anybody. They're just. This is what happens after people die.
I think we have to go.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go.
Yeah. You're stocked up. You have enough.
Yeah. Sure.
So there are people who would like to, but we don't have the means to continue. Our wagons were pretty picked apart. When Augustine and his crew left, we weren't left with much.
Augustine.
Me, motherfucker.
When did they come through?
They were here before we got here, but there was some conflict about more people joining. They thought that we would run the resources dry and said we couldn't go much further. So they left us and they continued on. Wagons can't run, but there's good stuff in them at least. If you want to take it, there's some people that would go with you if you gave them the opportunity.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. And Sloan, I'm sorry again. I hope you know it wasn't personal. Decision to leave. Just had to do what was best for the group.
I understand.
Right. I should make sure everyone's good. He kind of turns back and joins the crowd.
Sloan goes to look for the rest of the crew and Sarge.
Cool. Yeah, you see a light on one of these offices, and a little oil lamp, and Katie's pouring over these papers that she's found. This is kind of turned into a office/storeroom. In this, you also see Katie, the last kind of wagon manifest, the incoming wagon that was mainly Sloan's artist colony, a few others, names that you don't recognize but you have seen in Deliverance before. Augustine and his crew have moved out, though. You don't see him here. And everyone else kind of filters in around the same time.
Sarge, there might be trouble outside. What you got in here?
Bunch of papers, most of it filled with stuff we already know, but you're welcome to them if you like. What's happening?
That's a lot of words.
There's sort of a situation where people are, shall we say, reanimating?
Well, Katie is up and moving.
Is that? It's sort of a zombie situation. Maybe.
She is already out of the office.
Just immediately. And they're glowing too, Sarge.
Yeah, they're also glowing.
Hey, wait up.
Just speed walks, heads I feel sees the figures walking the distance. She's seen these before. I'm assuming these are the same as the...
Yep, the ones that were like kind of walking on the horizon.
Yep. Beeline for Isaac.
Cool. Yeah, he is kind of just among the others, just sort of watching everything go.
What in the Sam hell's going on here?
Oh, yeah, this is the send-off party. They're going
Going where?
west, where they always go.
What are they?
It's a great question. They were people. Now, more sentient, not really sentient, just glowing husks. We call them husks. They're not violent, if that's what you're worried about. Not unless provoked.
I need you to tell me right now, and I need you to be 100% honest with me. Is that state how everyone leaves this fort?
If they're alive, no. If they're dead, yes. Look, you're free to go. I'm not keeping you here.
Oh, I intend to. All these people aware that...
They know. I mean, they see it as some sort of rebirth onto a greater purpose or whatever. Like, I don't pretend to subscribe to that notion. I don't know what the fuck is happening with these things, but best I can do is just keep people happy and placated.
I was never much good at that myself.
I kind of got that sense.
We keep moving. We keep going.
Absolutely. I respect that. And your wagon train, it works. You have enough supplies. I told Sloan already, but there are some people that would go if you have space.
We might have a couple of them.
Yeah, we weren't left with much.
They just walk.
They just walk. Day in and day out.
What happens if you try and stop them?
Then they fight. They just want to go. It's best to just leave them alone.
I think we'll take that philosophy to heart. And so he's going to throw one more look out at those glowing figures that, unsettlingly same as her, feel compelled to go west. Start gathering up the rest of her squad.
Cool. Yeah, your squad gathers, starts heralding the folks from your train back over to the wagon. Isaac taps a couple people and brings them over as well, and just says, I don't know how much space you have, but we have some rations, we have things you can take along. We have there's a couple generators in the wagons too, should help you. These folks are still good to go on if you can. You see it's Asher, Cassie, both come along. Cormac comes along.
And y'all know how to drive?
Cormac just kind of like gives a little nod. It's been a while, but I can drive, yeah.
There's Mother 2, Wagon 3 would appreciate a break.
Sure, yeah. He seems to like rouse a little bit after having being given a job. Caroline.
I put Cassie in Wagon 3 as well.
Cool.
Asher can take the vacancy in 4.
The like kind of first drunk one that you met also. Like, I want to come on the wagon too. Can I come on the wagon?
Oh no, honey, I think you're good.
Oh, but I could go. I want to see the mountains. Can I come, please?
I think the mountains are liable to be the last thing you see.
You know me.
What?
You're really good at being drunk.
Oh, thanks.
I think he just looks over to Isaac like, what do I do with this one?
Just take her reliever, it's fine.
Take her reliever. I think that means lever.
Cool.
I think Reeve just kind of like physically spins her around.
Yep. Isaac's just like, they're full, honey. I'm sorry. Just go back with the others. They'll be right. But promise we'll go in the mountains soon. We'll take a trip. Let's go. And he's like, sure, we'll go see the mountains. Yeah, so you get Asher, Cassie, and Cormac. Lonnie comes over as well and says, I don't think we've met. I'm Lonnie. I'm one of Sloan's friends. I wish I could go with you, but I think I'm needed more here.
Trip out west doesn't seem to be an easy one for any but the dead.
You're right about that. Good luck to you. Take care, Sloan. You get your
Load 'em
last
all
couple
up.
people. Yeah. Y'all want to do anything else before heading back to the wagon?
Before I, settle back in on the wagon, I turn to Lonnie. You're going to be okay here.
We'll be all right. You'll be okay up there.
You have to be.
That's the spirit.
Thank you.
It's good to see you, Sloan.
You too.
Stay strong out there.
And she turns back. We get settled in the wagon.
Awesome.
Cut over, and Killian and Rory are like grabbing bottles of wine.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, Rory for sure does like a lap.
We're like doing a round, be
And
like,
it's like,
oh,
is this one good? Oh, is this good stuff in it? All right.
oh, wounded soldier.
Okay, all right. Wounded
Awesome.
soldier. Yeah.
Yeah, Asher kind of helps you find some of the like unspoilt rations.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna give you like another 10 days of rations.
Nice.
While we're here.
Yeah, that's what we were looking for.
Yes, rations.
Yeah, rations.
This is
You're down to
Totally.
included in
45 days,
rations.
Yeah.
so like it definitely helps.
Can't live on bread alone, right?
Can't, no. Yeah, he and Cormac also help you take some of the generators that were on the older wagons and outfit them to the wagon train.
Nice.
So as of now, with the added generators along with your solar panels, your wagons can actually travel 50 miles on regular pace and
nice.
100 miles if you're going fast.
Sick.
Hell yeah,
Yes.
brother.
We'll move our kind of misfortunes around a little bit as well. So it'll happen every 300 miles instead of every 100 miles.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hell
it'll pick up the pace a little bit.
Can I ask them while they're helping us
Yeah.
about the bodies?
For sure. For sure. What do you want to know?
The guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rory is just gonna be like, okay, so they're going west.
Yep.
Okay, but we are also going west.
We're also going west, yeah, but we're alive, so that's a
Right,
good
but I mean,
defining feature.
Presumably, when we get to the west, is it just going to be littered with
You see,
these?
maybe no one really knows. Is the
Good.
thing.
Good.
And nobody knows where they end up after all this walking.
Do they talk?
I mean, no one really comes back. There's not like a communication.
Sure, fair enough. Yeah. No infrastructure.
It's dying out here.
And it's just anybody that dies. There's no, like...
Yeah, unless their
specific
bodies are
requirement.
burned.
With what?
Unless their bodies are burned.
Mm.
Gotta have a body to go.
Superb.
We started burning bodies in the beginning, but then, one rose, and people kind of took it as a sign, so they stopped, and they're like, oh, cool, rebirth. Afterlife. They seem happy with it.
But you can't, like, interact with them.
They don't really have thoughts, or talk, or feel. Call them husks. 'Cause that's really all they are. There's not really thoughts in there.
Something to look forward to, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be
I personally
exciting.
love
Yeah.
I don't really feel like doing much more of a walk after I'm dead, but it's really not up to me now, is it?
Well, you never know till you get there. You know.
You're kind of right.
Ain't that life?
Just feeling too optimistic. So I feel like the situation calls, but
Look, we're gonna die one way or the other.
That's true.
Whether it's now or later.
And how?
And how?
And how?
Willow kind of pulls on your sleeve. I don't want to die.
You're not going to die. You're going to live forever.
That's right.
Remember? We've talked about this.
We talked about this. Of course.
You don't have anything to worry about.
Doesn't seem like great parenting. Shut
up.
Okay.
You?
All right.
Shut up.
Roy's not my parent.
That's also true.
True.
My mom's dead.
She is. You know, I believe in optimism in the face of my own mortality.
But we do have her in a sort of a milk carton, so she travels
she's
with
still
us
with
always.
us, but she's dead.
She's
And
dead,
she doesn't
yes.
have a body anymore.
Forgot
She's just in a milk carton.
That's true.
She can't carry
Yeah.
That's like a whole piece of lore that fell out of my brain.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Listen, there's not
Full
a lot of
forgot.
there's not a lot of like fashioned urns in the apocalypse. Okay, we gotta make.
You ever
do.
try and find an urn in the apocalypse? Fucking
Can't do it.
hopeless.
Ceramic
The milk
studios were the
carton's
first
just
things
a
to
wild
crumble.
thing. Like, you couldn't,
Snatched him up like toilet paper.
Yeah.
you couldn't source a coffee tin.
No. Milk carton.
Listen, no card.
Paper.
That's what it is.
It's got a missing kid on
you
the
got
side.
you got the spout, right? So you can like
Makes it easy to
Makes it easier to
transfer.
transfer,
Yeah.
and then when you pour it
Yeah.
out, it pours out and it's nice. You know what I mean?
Pours
Like,
out
Yeah.
so nice.
We've thought about this.
You can make like one of
Biodegradable.
those sand art bottles with it.
Oh yeah, put some like layer it with some like. Yep.
There's logic behind this decision.
No, but unironically, I have a new plan for what I want done with my remains.
Yes.
You're welcome.
I want to be
Make me into a sand art.
Yeah.
Dye my ashes and make me sand art.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dog. I want to look like a beach in Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I want the twin sons of Tatooine, baby.
All right.
Yeah. So what were we doing?
I think we're leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Anyone who wants to make me a presence DR 12 test as you're leaving too.
Was this the kind of presence roll that I could knock some points off?
Sure, yeah.
I got 17.
15.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, baby. That's a 17.
14.
Yo.
We're rolling good today.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
We're so perceptive.
Congrats,
so
friends.
perceptive.
It's the wine.
It's making sure. Cool. Yeah, as you're leaving, you see on the outside of the fort, it's all like, different advertisements and billboards, stuff like that. There's also some movie posters that are kind of stuck along the sides. So these are also kind of on the sides just for y'all to see.
Wow. Nice. Ariana Astor.
I love Columbia Christopher.
Columbia Christopher again. Christopher again. These are all Columbia Christopher?
Yep.
It's not Chris Christopherson, it's Columbia
Columbia
Christopher.
Christopher.
Wow.
Props.
This one was at the Tribeca Film Festival.
The poster looks like it.
It's crazy.
And you all are old enough to kind of remember the early days of the fall. Katie, maybe not you as much, but these were like pretty high-profile prestige movies of the time, right before the fall. Columbia Christopher was like a big movie star, along with some of these others. But these have persevered through time.
You see Killian as they pass by the poster of Pieces of Heaven. Kind of gets a little misty-eyed, little forlorn looking as he's looking at this poster, and you hear him under his breath. He says, "Me and Bobby would see anything Columbia Christopher was in. Jacob Guest too."
Tell me about Bobby.
No, there's nothing to tell. He's a sweet old boy. That's all there was to it, But he hasn't been around for a long time, and I made peace with that. First year in the bunker, he got sick with pneumonia, and there's nothing we could do about it. Passed away. And I just stayed down there with him. I buried him.
Okay,
But
I was gonna ask, yeah.
I didn't hang out with
Sure, yeah.
my partner's rotting
It would've
corpse.
been-
That would be
That would have
weird.
been a choice, yeah.
Who would do that?
I'm starting to think you might have done that.
No, not me. I can't talk about this anymore right now.
I'll hand you an open bottle of wine.
I take a sip of apple cider vinegar.
Yeah. It's the spot.
Thanks, Rory, and thanks for listening. You know, I don't know if it's apparent, but I haven't spoken to many people in the last couple decades. And
It is a little apparent, yeah.
yeah, well, that's fair. I was hoping you would say it wasn't, but that's fair.
Well, you know, I do pride myself in my honesty.
You know, that's why you're a good person.
I don't know if I go that far.
Well, you know, people have multitudes inside of them. We're all valences of
contain
gray.
multitudes, it's
You
true.
know, yeah.
All
Said,
right.
said like Columbia Christopher said in that interview with Barbara Walters. We're all just shades of gray.
Is that what he said?
Yeah,
Wise words.
very wise.
Of course, you're Barbara Walters, man.
You would like Barbara Walters.
Fucking would be, yeah.
I'm a Connie Chung, bitch.
There's a little quiet moment. I think Sarge is gonna lean back, and one of those sheets, one of those like articles. Sorry, thank you.
I have copies for y'all as well.
It's gonna be like, so I'll just have them. Just gonna kind of pull it from the stack. Say, you might be able to parse some of this a bit more than me,
That's high praise.
and then just kind of go straight back, eyes forward.
Cool.
Can I parse this?
Yeah, you totally can parse that.
Sick.
Yeah, as
Parse away.
hey, as an herb master, you see in this like a specific warning about GMO crops that have been genetically modified without prior FDA approval, and how those effects have not been studied on the human body. As a herb master pharmacist, you very well know what can happen when you try to kind of put unfamiliar substances in your body without knowing their effects. You do it every day, and you haven't died yet, but you feel weird.
Everyone needs their thing.
Everyone needs their thing.
You know? That's the time.
But yeah, specifically, you see in this, normal crops have not been able to withstand climate change. They have all died out. In the panic that followed, you do remember there was a whole push for these kind of like, soy-based alternatives, these things that could be grown really quickly, really cheaply, and with like seeds that have been modified. It was mainly by the Verda Corporation to feed a lot of people very quickly. A lot of it in like hydroponic setups. It was really pretty innovative at the time, but not a whole ton of attention was paid to safety protocols. You remember a lot of people got sick pretty soon after these were rolled out. A lot of like different infections, a lot of E. coli that happened. And they weren't really rolled back because at that point it was pretty much too late to do anything meaningful and people needed to eat something, so it was better to take the chance than to starve.
Yeah. I mean, it's more of the same, really. Bacteria, infections, poor farming practices, etc.
Did we learn nothing from the Green Revolution of the 1960s? It's a real thing. You can look it up.
You were there, presumably.
Yes. I was in
that
India.
one.
I was in India in the 1960s trying to modernize their agricultural practices, but we didn't pay attention to the soil. I didn't pay attention to the natural landscape and ended up creating famine across the board.
Now, I hate to be Mrs. Math over here, but I actually don't think Killian was born yet.
He wasn't, no.
Yeah, no, you're
You're 62.
completely correct.
It is, the year is
Now, that doesn't mean
20,
he's not just like
45.
Years 2040.
Yeah,
fully
no,
talking out of it. Like he can still be saying all this. Just I need everybody to be aware he's fully talking out of his ass.
Oh, yeah.
it might be a lie.
Killian's 104.
I Chris Pickett am not lying. Look up the Green Revolution in India. It's terrible.
You
but
were there.
You should know about it. I was not there. Yes, I was there.
Chris Pickett was there.
I was there the whole time. Yeah, no, it's possible that Yeah, maybe, I don't know. He's old. He's having a...
Yeah, he's having a senior moment.
Yeah, sun's going down.
Sun's getting real low.
It's getting real low. Yeah.
Yeah, and you remember seeing while you were in the fort all of the Verita Corporation boxes with some of these old rations that were rolled out back in the 2020s.
Are those the rations we got from them?
Asher put you to some boxes that were like not opened yet, might be of questionable quality, but he seemed pretty convinced that like they hadn't been opened. They seem to be okay.
Okay.
Open or not, I don't know that we should be trusting anything from Verta.
Yeah. It does seem like a risk.
I mean, the name of that product alone. I know I'm supposed to be reading it Nutriver, but that's Nut River. That's Nut River.
That's definitely Nut River.
Which means they can't even afford a basic PR team.
Yeah, somebody did choose the name Nut River. So
Stupid
really,
multinational corporation.
Based on that alone, I think maybe we should stay clear
really.
of the Nut River. Yeah. I mean, you're the boss.
Yeah. We're next time we stop, there's going to be a thorough investigation of all the rations that got loaded on from Fort Laramie.
For sure.
Still just laughing that the thing that raises a red flag is the name Nut River.
The name Nut River. Yeah.
And not the fact that it's from the same corporation that poisoned the world.
Nutriver.
Never trust a Nut River.
That's Nut River.
Nutriver.
That there is Nut River.
There's nuts in them there river.
Don't go swimming in Nut River.
Don't go swimming in Nut River. It ain't for swimming. You know what I mean?
Cool. Y'all want to do anything else before you leave Laramie?
We should hit the road.
All right, we're gonna do some travel montaging. Yay!
Fucking Eye of the Tiger starts playing.
Sammy, I need you to make a D16, DR16 toughness check, please.
Just to clarify, you said we could give an omen to somebody else. Yes. Okay. Just checking. Yeah, you can have one of my omens, but...
Cool, you get a reroll.
Hey.
Yes!
Make it?
Yeah.
Hell
That's
20. I actually need you to make one more. We did 16. Yeah, it's going to be 18.
18?
Could I I think maybe Killian looks over and sees that Sloan is in some discomfort and whips out his harmonica to play a comforting song.
Aww.
Which, if I pass this check, you get an extra D4 onto your roll.
Yes!
Absolutely.
Would help me.
All right. So
What's your toughness?
I have
+1, so I'm at 14 right now.
Okay.
so I have to pass a DR12 presence.
Okay.
check.
How
I
many
got
omens you got?
19.
Hell yeah, you succeed.
So you get an extra D4 onto that. It's gonna be 3. I don't know if that helps you.
That's an extra 4 that I'm
17.
at.
You have omens, though. And I have omens. I can give you another one of
I
mine.
might use an omen.
Go for it.
Well, my harmonica playing is beautiful.
Do you get that?
Cool.
Like,
So cool. That
I
was
can.
worse.
It's one of my powers for the class, so I can use either of these powers up to 5 times a day.
but it only works on the first roll, is the thing. That, like, you can't...
It
you
doesn't.
can't use it for
It
another.
actually doesn't specify, but I would think that it only works.
Yeah,
it's like Pearl.
Yeah. That's 9.
Okay, that's a fail. Roll me a d4.
We got it.
There's that 4 you needed.
4.
Okay, you are going to take 4 damage.
Yeah, I was like
You
that's
want
not
that
a
4?
celebration.
And let's also decrease your HP max by 2, please.
Oh, cool. Cool.
You got drained.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's a really cool thing that just happened.
This is really cool. We're having a great time. Everything's fine.
We're having fun. This is fun.
I'm also going to have you subtract 1 from your presence.
Whoa. Damn, you're zonked.
Zonked. Consider yourself zonked.
Yeah.
I mean, look, all things considering for how long she's been sick,
That's true.
amazing.
pretty
She's
well.
been doing a really
You did
good.
pretty well.
I feel like she's spent. I feel like you got sick in like episode 2.
Yeah.
Held on a long
it's
time.
been
It took
long.
until DR18.
And just managed to not have any
Yeah.
worse symptoms for
Ooh.
3 episodes.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
The power of woman.
Oh, the mother.
Oh
He can't
no.
get sick.
I hope this all stays in.
Yeah, don't cut anything.
Looking at you, Phoebe.
Look, I won't lie to you. A lot of it's going out.
Or get rid of all of it.
So what happens here is, Sloan, you have been suffering with this horrible migraine, this ache all over your body for some time now, and you have grin and bared through it. But on day 40, the pain breaks into a fever, and you feel just kind of almost crawling beneath your skin. Like every nerve ending is just on fire, and you feel, almost like you have the flu, just a pretty rough version of it. The world's a little bit fuzzy, and you can't really hide the fact that you're sick anymore. Yeah, you're still standing. You will continue to take damage, but you will be able to rest and hopefully stay upright. But yeah, all of your wagon companions can now see that you were sick.
I'm sorry. I was really hoping it was going to get better.
I think you have to apologize to us in this situation.
How long has this been going on for, Sloan?
Really great question, actually. How many days has it been?
It has been... It's been about 8 days.
A little over a week.
You held out for so long. I had no idea.
I just, can't imagine after all of this time not making it.
Well, you have us. And no one should have to bear that kind of burden alone.
Katie pulls the wagon to a stop, puts out the signal for the rest of them to stop too. That aside, and I can't admire how long you kept it together. You got a kid in this one. And there's a wagon for this.
I'll go with you, Sloan. I'm used to the sick wagon. I know my way around pretty well now.
Sloan's leaving us.
Just for
Let's
a little
ride with her.
My guy.
Yes.
No.
That
Sloan's
defeats
actually
the
nice
entire
to me.
point of the conversation
No.
we just had.
No, alright?
I'm trying to quarantine.
exists for a goddamn reason.
Rory, you're a pharmacist? You're a doctor? What?
Doctor's pushing it, but
Okay.
why?
But not a no, I'm
Why-
hearing.
Why do you ask?
Well, do you know anything about, can you explain your symptoms? Maybe we can figure something out.
Do we know for sure that it's
I think
what it
so.
is?
This conversation's gonna have to happen in the sick truck, and I am sorry to be that guy.
All right.
Let's go.
See you soon, Sloan. Miss you.
Miss you too, Willow.
Sarge will walk you over. Got another one for you, Ted.
Ted kind of creases his eyebrows. Gives a little nod. You see Rahima, who's the kind of older Indian lady, is already in the back too.
Oh, lovely.
Whoa. Is there space for Killian to be in there? or-
We've had
Sure.
two.
I mean, it's a full wagon.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I think McCready's also gonna be joining. He's still feeling better, but I think he wants to keep Carmichael company in here.
I want to tend to the sick. But Killian also like very obviously avoids the driver of the sick wagon's eyes.
Ted's seen horrible things
Ted,
from you, but he can't talk about it.
He kind of is like, "Hey, Ted," and then like hurries on.
Ted gives you a little salute.
And as you guys load into the sick wagon, Sarge will catch your eye briefly and say, "I hear you had one miraculous recovery already. Love to see you pull a hat trick."
I'll try.
And head back into her car with Willow.
Awesome.
I'm gonna roll them catnip joints for the road.
Great. Fantastic. It's like, can I have one of those, please?
No.
It's been a hard day.
You can have a drag of mine maybe later. You cannot have your own.
Okay.
Right.
That seems fair.
How European of you.
As we're all gonna die, all right?
Hey, fair enough.
So you are in the sick truck. From today on, you're going to take D4 damage per day. We've just passed Independence Rock. It is a big, flat rock. There's not much to see. There's a good view. Yes. Just a nice rock.
Yeah.
Fucking
so independent.
Can't wait to tell my friends. they don't have a rock this big.
I can't wait to tell my friends.
Are the rocks as big as they say?
Bigger, man.
Really?
Floating by on the breeze, you see a little scrap of paper.
Oh, that's so whimsical.
I love a whimsical paper.
Here's the translation of that one.
Poetry.
You don't like it anymore?
I don't know about this.
I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Shall I read aloud?
Sure.
For the viewers at home?
For the viewers at home.
I don't know what's real anymore. Dream or nightmare. My own thinking or whatever's taking its place. There's a buzzing at the back of my head that won't go away, and I feel my skin crawling like there's bugs right underneath the surface. Can't talk as easy as I used to. Speak slow and slurred, Ma's told me so. I'm scared soon I'll be as empty as the ghosts that are traveling alongside us, all rotten and flaky like they are. When it gets quiet, I can hear voices. Well, just one voice, really. She tells me to go west. She tells me to come find her and she'll make all this better. I don't know if this is the fever talking or not, but I think I believe her. Now, to which part of the train did this flow to? Ours or?
Roll me a d6. Just whoever. It's really just to decide. Yeah, comes right to you. You're back in 6.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, which?
to
We're
you.
in 6.
Yeah.
No, we're not in 6.
In 6.
No, we're in 5.
What?
They're in
Oh.
7.
What?
We're in 5. They're in 7.
Sorry.
So none of us
yeah.
know about this.
It comes to Anders's.
back.
It comes to Anders' wagon, and he kind of.
All of our backup characters are like, "Whoa!"
In the wagon we haven't mentioned, Matthias McConaughey.
They're hanging-
Holding
they're
her
hanging
on
out.
screen.
Oh, wow,
yeah,
that's a
Anders
sheet of
kind
paper.
of walks us up to you, and he's like, "Hey, this got kind of stuck in the wheels. I don't really know what to make of this."
I think Katie doesn't even really look at the back.
Uh-huh.
She sees the front, immediately recognizes it as some kind of poetry, and is like, "Take that back to Sloan."
Yeah, Beckett walks it back to Sloan and just kind of like hands it through the window. Sarge said you know poetry.
Yeah. Fortune turns, like the wheels beneath me. Turn, thousands before walk this road. Turn, thousands more to go. The lady calls. Just over the hills there are bells ringing. Day turns to night, to day. She asks so sweetly, will you come? I will. Fortune, she waits for me. She turns to Killian. Can I ask you for a favor?
Anything.
Could you take this with you?
What do you got there, Sloan?
It's a letter to my son. in case I...
Hey, don't talk that way. You're going to get to see him again. In the meantime, while you're resting up, I'll hold on to this for you, okay? Just make sure that it's safe, that we don't lose it, then you can give it to him yourself.
Thank you.
Of course.
And she puts the poem off to the side and lays her head back down.
When you dream, you hear smooth, kind of sultry voice of a woman just whispering in your ear, telling you, "Be all right. Just come home to me. You'll be okay. You're going to get better. You have everything you need here. You'll see him again. He's here too. He'll be waiting for you." Just over and over again, looping in your dreams.
It's a real don't go to the light, Carol Ann
Yeah.
moment, you know?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, almighty.
As with the train passes by Independence Rock, Sarge has a moment looking out on this monument of the trail and considering the extent to which this dream she had of what it would, of coming out here and what it would mean to come out here and walk this same trail as so many before her, doesn't feel the same as it did when she left.
How does it feel like it's changed?
Because now she is unsure they're headed in the right direction. Or if there even is one.
Could I see? I think, you know, after Sloan goes to sleep, I think Killian's going to spend some time kind of studying over this.
Yeah.
Is there a way I can see if there's anything that he gleans from it, or can make like a connection to?
I mean, you definitely see the same sort of symptoms playing out in the letter as you do on Sloan now. You know that this is the sort of decay of someone who has been infected until maybe all they can hear is this voice in their ear telling them to come. The drawing strikes your interest. It looks like a drawing of the actual scenery that you're seeing outside, the kind of rolling hills that are leading up to the Rocky Mountains. And through it are just not the trail itself. Like, the trail itself is kind of windy, but these straight lines that are just bullet through the mountains sort of thing. The word fortune catches your attention, both of like a wheel of fortune, go to seek your fortune, these messages that you remember here being repeated over and over in the kind of like last days of like the country as a whole. Just
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool.
There's a movement kind of early on to go west, that there was still stuff out there, and more in the last few years for sure. Are you guys staying at your like 50 miles pace? Speeding up at all? Just kind of staying steady?
I think Killian would actually come to Sarge and Rory and argue to speed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because as Sloan is kind of like degrading, I think Killian would kind of start to feel a little bit of panic over that.
Yeah, I think Rory's going to back you up.
What are the risks of speeding up?
Just more misfortunes happen a little bit quicker.
Changes the signal. Full steam.
Sally kind of like waves the green flag from the front of the wagon for sure. Yeah, you hit South Pass the next day. It's kind of the entrance to the mountains. There's a pretty well-worn track, so you're able to pass through no problem.
Oh, D4.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I thought it was just 4.
That would be brutal.
That would be brutal.
3.
Pretty close.
Whoa!
Is this... Sorry, remind me how many times I can try the health potion thing in this session?
Just once per day.
Once per day?
Yeah.
Can I try it again?
Yeah, sure.
Presents, right?
DR12.
Almost landed on the 17.
All right, I'm going to use one.
Use an omen.
Go for it.
Pressure's on.
Fuck my ass.
There it is.
Oh, fuck.
I knew you'd say it.
Listen, at least it wasn't like a song.
Yeah.
It could have been like...
Do you want one of mine?
I have 2 omens. I just like I'm having harrowing visions of the next session that we do being.
Yeah.
What are you at right now?
5.
5 health.
Take one of mine.
Yeah, I've got 4 omens. Be a little less stingy, but Rory's having a bad week.
What is happening?
You're just so
These
stressed
dice
out.
are usually so good,
a
and
little
I've
cat
been getting nothing but
Little cat
buttholes.
butt.
Can
Nothing
you
but
see this in
buttholes.
the camera?
Oh, definitely not.
Oh, come on. There's like
I
on
can
the,
barely see them in real life.
on the one. There's a little cat butthole.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Rand who gave me these dice. Would recommend. Well,
This
not
is-
right now. I wouldn't.
This is why you bring a backup set.
I do actually. Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's time to pull out the backup set. They've been rolling
yeah,
shit.
we're done. We're done with that. We got backups on
Ooh,
backups, dude.
those are nice.
We got some backups, dude. All right.
And they have skulls in them.
They got skulls in them.
Very
you know.
thematic.
We'll use that one.
That's how you know we're getting serious.
Yeah.
We've
Breaking
traded
out the-
in the
breaking
cat
out the
buttons for the skull dice.
Don't.
I need anyone who is not currently infected, meaning everyone but Sloan, to make me a DR12 toughness, please.
Hey, 5.
Moment of truth. 3 motherfuckers.
That is 15.
Cool. You both not using omens?
Yeah, let's see where this goes. You can use an omen.
I mean, if there's like, this is the time for it. Quite frankly,
I'm gonna use one of my remaining omens. What am I doing?
I want to
Come on,
see
man.
where this wild ride takes us.
One of these D20s has to be something, right? There we
Yeah.
go. Fuck. All right. Thank you.
we found the winner.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride this out. Let's see.
I mean, look, I think we've just proved it's contagious.
Yeah, I think we did. The one who was in contact
Right?
with you.
This is gonna be like a Last of Us situation, and we're like,
I'll see you again, Bobby. I gotta save that.
Someone put on Linda Ronstadt.
oh yeah, Barbara
Hell
Walters.
yeah.
Put on Barbara Walters.
Put on a Barbara Walters interview in the background.
yeah.
When you first came to the zombie
Oh,
apocalypse,
I did not think we were getting a Barbara Walters impression, but I'm so here for it.
Oh, I don't like that sound. I feel ambiguous about that sound, or ambivalent rather.
All sounds behind the screen are bad sounds.
I don't know if Emily rolled a die and then went yippee.
That means we're dead.
Yeah, that means we're all dead. The season's over.
I choose to have faith that my
A
friend is a
meteor
better
has
GM than
struck
that.
Earth.
Oh, man. Cool.
Oh dear.
I choose to believe my friend is a better DM than that. Emily. So
Anyway.
you're dead.
So anyway,
So by the way,
Not dead.
you should
so
yourself to death.
those rations are bad.
Yeah.
So, what happens now? I'm going to preface this with you're not dead.
Great.
You're not dead. However, after, spending so much time in the wagon, you're not sure if this thing is contagious or not, but you do start to feel a little sick. You start to feel kind of the headache coming on that everyone is talking about. Your joints ache a bit more than normal. You feel kind of like you did back in the bunker in those kind of dark days. Doesn't feel great, and you kind of know what's coming on as of now. So
Depression.
depression and maybe some other stuff.
It can be comorbid.
Sammy, I need you to make me a DR, let's say DR 12.
Toughness, I assume?
Toughness. Yeah, baby. Okay, cool. Your HP max is going to stay where it is. You're still taking damage every day.
Okay.
But you are staying strong.
Cool.
Yeah. So you're pretty much like taking damage and mostly recovering every day.
Okay.
From resting.
Mhm.
If you were to get in any sort of fights or anything, or be in a position where you could take more damage, you would not be in good shape whatsoever.
Right.
It's
As
like-
long as you are like kind of stable and resting,
Mhm.
like you are getting weaker over time,
Mhm.
but you are kind of staying at least a little stable.
So just
Okay.
mechanically, functionally, like at the end of a day, does she heal back again?
Yes.
Okay, so I think that was the
Her
Oh.
HP max is going to keep
Yes.
ticking down.
So how do she calculate how much she heals?
So a full night's rest is D6.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
So we should
Okay.
probably.
Some kind of-
So this
Probably,
was
roll that.
This was 8 before.
Yes.
So roll the 6, and then we can go back up to 10.
Hey,
Yeah.
Six.
So you go back
Hell
up to
yeah.
10,
You back
then
to
you
10.
would take the 3 damage.
Oh,
so you're
yeah.
actually
Yeah,
at
you're at
7.
7.
Hell
I
yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
That's
today,
much less-
your max does not decrease at the very least.
Hell yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Sorry, this is like a little crunchy.
No, that was great, actually. I really like that mechanic.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, as long as she's like, stable and resting.
Yeah.
She's holding on. Yeah,
Same hit
you
points.
are. Yeah, Killian, you are now infected. Rahima, the kind of elderly lady staying in the wagon with you, she is also holding on by sheer force of will. She's doing all right. Yeah, you make it past South Pass. You make it past the Green River crossing. It's like another kind of dried up river into Soda Springs, which used to be kind of a fun place for people to gather along the trail. There used to be marketplaces and stuff here. Now it is pretty much just like very hot geysers out of the ground, but you can stay clear of them. You pass Fort Hall along your way, pretty much burned completely by wildfire. What town was there is pretty much just brittle black husks of buildings. You don't expect to find much there waiting for you. You make it a couple days later to the Snake River crossing. This is the first river that has like some actual water in it. It's going to be a DR10 presence to successfully navigate it.
Is that before or after my -2 to presence rolls?
That is going to be before.
Okay.
So DR8. Roll for the others.
And it is a new day.
It is a new day.
Oh, okay, so we got to do the thing. Am I also taking damage? And
I will let you know when you need to
Cool.
do more.
It's
cool.
the same number!
They all died.
That's a 7.
That is a 7.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I needed to make an 8.
Woof. There is a lot of like twisted metal in the water here, a lot of like wagons that have kind of wrecked before, and one of these kind of like shards of metal cuts into your tires, completely blowing it out. You are pretty much stuck in about 2 feet of running water. There are a couple wagons ahead of you as well. 2 and 3 are also similarly stalled, a little bit stuck in the mud. 1, 4, and 6 make it out okay. 7, the sick one where you guys are, is completely just stuck. Like it is moving nowhere, and it doesn't seem like there is a way to get it out.
Why do we have the worst luck?
With the other wagons on the other side of the river, Katie's going to organize the guys to get wagon 5 out of the water.
For sure.
And then...
Yeah, 2 and 3
So-
are also stuck.
2 and 3 are also stuck?
Yeah, 1, 4, and 6 were the
Okay.
ones that made it successfully.
All right, we're going to get the stuck ones out, with the exception of, I guess, 7 stuck, permanently stuck.
7 roll the 1.
Yeah, 7 is permanent. We've lost 7. And
We're doing great.
we're gonna do some consolidating
Mm-hmm.
and take one of the tires from the sick wagon to replace our tire in 5.
Cool.
And then we are going to have to I'm gonna redisperse the members of wagon 6, which is now the new sick wagon, to the various wagon
Cool.
ahead. So
Yeah, tell me what we're doing.
Yeah, we're gonna throw Beckett up into wagon 3. We can finally. Okay, we got one of my guys up there again. Love that. Feel much better about that.
See, this is what actual play is all about.
Logistics.
Logistics.
Reorganizing.
Logistics.
This is the good stuff.
Strap in for some fun.
I can do the rest of this off camera.
Yeah.
If your system doesn't have a crunchy way of dealing with inventory, I don't want to play.
Yeah, I am going to need a couple strength checks to get 2 and 3 dislodged. Yeah, you'll have some help from the rest of the folks as well. Give me yeah, 2d10 strength checks, please.
2d10.
Yeah.
In the background from his
You need
sick
another?
bed.
Oh.
You can
Like
hear
not
Killian.
roll a d10, that's the DR. The DR
Yeah,
is
DR is 10.
In the background, you hear Killian
okay,
playing
that
his
one's
harmonica.
big pass.
Oh, okay, never mind. You don't need that.
Big
He
pass.
doesn't do it.
1 big pass.
Oh, even bigger pass.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was a 17 and a 19. So, use it strength?
Yes, these are strength.
Strength? Oh, these are such big passes. I have a plus
yeah.
4 to strength.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, you and your team were able to dislodge 2 and 3.
21 and a
No
23.
problem. No problem. You're able to kind of navigate it and get it off to the other side. And then did you end for 5 as well?
Oh,
As
then
for
presence for 5.
right. Presence. What was the best roll on that one?
That was also DR10.
I play my
I am
harmonica.
afeared.
It sounds terrible.
Wait, isn't your harmonica? Oh no, that was a power.
It's a power.
All right. I use another one of my omens.
I can give you one of mine.
We still got a long way to go.
Do we have a dice jail yet? I feel like we should have a dice
This
jail.
one's been like this one. It rolls spicy. It's either really good or bad.
Wow.
Okay.
Tone that spice down.
Oh,
yes!
That's a gnat.
Hell yeah.
I think
that
that
nat 20?
That might be the first nat 20 of the entire game.
Everyone's scared. We can go home.
Holy shit.
You're like sick as hell.
You're
like
sick.
sweating and like
sick as hell,
coughing, and you've got like glowing cysts that are appearing on your face, I'm assuming, and you're like, here, I'll show you how to change a tire.
Holy shit. Incredible.
Damn.
Cool. Yeah, you were able to get to the other side of the Snake River using the spirit of Sloan, very sick and being transferred from one absolutely stuck wagon to another.
Just over the bullshit entirely.
Chris lost their hat.
Oh, that's so funny.
Killian, I need you to make me a DR12 toughness roll, please.
DR12.
Yep.
I rolled a 19 plus 1.
Hell yeah,
20.
you are good.
Hale and hearty.
While this is going on, need you to roll me DR14 toughness, please.
That is 10.
D2, please. Okay, we're going to reduce your HP max by 2.
Whoa.
The stress of moving wagons was not great for you.
You should not have been changing tires.
Yep.
All right, I've finished reorganizing.
Great.
Cormac and Cassie are with us now.
Cool. Yeah, we have about 270 miles, about 3 days to kind of the next major crossing, and that's in the Blue Mountains.
Punch it.
Killian. DR14 toughness, please.
Uh-oh.
Has it been a new day?
Oh, yes, it has.
Oh my god.
It doesn't. Oh yeah, for you.
Sammy, DR16 toughness, please.
Roll natural 1.
Oh,
Good.
Do you have any omens left? No.
Yeah, I do. I'll use an omen.
Wait, Emily, could you
You
repeat
don't
what I'm
have to.
rolling?
I want to use it for something
DR16 toughness, please.
cool. No, I'll use an omen. I'll reroll that. That's horrible.
Yes.
You make
19.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
19.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
HP max does not reduce.
with my omen reroll 16.
16. Awesome. Okay, that's a DR14.
this is better.
Killian starts to feel his health waning, and then he's like, no! And like tyranny of will just like forces himself to feel better. Like a real Southern man.
Pull up his bootstraps.
I
take those
think that
feelings.
honestly defies my entire experience with Southern men.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. This comes from a real place.
Ooh. While you're kind of making your way through the Blue Mountains, you find an abandoned wagon. You also receive D4 days food. If anyone wants to roll their D4 is feeling lucky.
I'll do it.
Oh, a day of food.
How many days of food does that mean we now have?
It means you now have 42.
Oh, okay.
And is that
That's a
including
great
that we had to
number.
dump the Verta products?
No, it does not.
we
You're down
haven't
to
done that.
33.
We should have 33 then.
If you told people to do that, then yes.
We got any more of that Verticola?
Okay.
You're like glowing radioactive.
Yeah.
It's like Slurm.
Yeah, it's like Slurm.
Yeah.
Dude, it would be Slurm. Oh my god.
Okay. You successfully navigate past Fort Boise. You make it into the misty peaks of the Blue Mountains. We're in the middle of July. This is July 10th. July 9th. You've been...
Birthday.
Oh my god! Is it Killian's in game?
No.
Oh, well, it should be. You've been on the road for about 2 months now, and you have made pretty good time. And so there are like some wildflowers even blooming, the specifically very hardy ones in these mountains here. The day before, Rahima, the kind of older lady who was in the sick truck with you, did pass away. Yeah, what would you like to do with her body?
Funeral pyre, like a respectful burning.
Yeah.
You know,
Not
like
just
a-
like a
Yeah.
yeah.
Not just a
Not just we're not just gonna stay around
kerosene.
fire.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I get. I don't know. Are there Joshua trees or any or like century plants or anything we can use to kindle?
There are definitely like a lot of like scrub brush and stuff. Very like dry wood. Goes up real easy.
Great. Yeah. I guess we'll collect that and make a pyre.
Yeah.
Her son Sahetch and his wife Priya come to the funeral. They say a couple words just about her, and it's very nice, very respectful actually. You are joined that same day by Ari, Marcus's partner, who is just so unhappy to be there, and Linda. Linda is in a panic, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, she gets into the sick one and she says, I can't believe this. I need to go back to my wagon. I need to see my kids. I can't be here.
Well, what's going on here?
They told me to come to the wagon. I said I had a headache and that's it. It's fine. I get migraines all the time, but they told me to come back here. Well, meanwhile, the kids are up in the front wagons. I can't leave them.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this one.
Why don't we take a pause? Take a little bit of a deep breath. Maybe try staying here for a day. Seeing if it gets better. And
You
then-
haven't.
Right.
But we're sick, and you say that you're not.
Right. That you have a history of migraines.
Mhm.
So maybe it is just
Yeah, but I don't want to
migraine.
stay here with you who are actually sick. Then I'm going to get actually sick and I'm going to fucking die.
That's actually a pretty fair point.
I don't want to be here.
Can we strap a cot to the roof? Not try. Not.
There are
trying-
solar panels up there. Probably not a good idea.
I ain't trying to be mean. I'm just looking for solutions.
I can't believe this. Do either of you have anything I could use as a mask? Maybe. I'm just gonna hang out in the back. Like, I don't want to be around you both.
Killian pulls out his dusty red bandana and takes his harpoon out of it, and then hands her the bandana as a mask.
This is disgusting. But thank you. It's better than nothing, I suppose. She ties it around her face, and she kind of just sits on the back kind of bed of the truck that you're in. Yeah, just trying to get as much fresh air as possible.
It's gonna be hard with that bandana
Yeah.
in my back pocket.
Outside air better than inside air is her logic for sure.
I don't know what the kid situation is, but if the kids want to come hang out with Willow and Rory, I think that
I think they
probably
absolutely do.
suggest it. Yeah.
The twins are fighting in the backseat.
Great.
Constantly.
Love that.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Give it up. Doing a great job.
Cool. Yeah, so can I keep going here?
This truck is so damn full now. You have so many people.
It
is now. Katie is now driving all of the children.
Yeah.
Wow, this has been your own personal hell since Fort
I've
Laramie.
been exclusively rolling you catnip joint after catnip
Oh, yeah.
joint.
it's like habitual.
It's
now.
all right. I'll calm it down.
Yep. Cormac's up front with you. He's actually pretty good company. He doesn't talk very much. It's just kind of a calming presence. He also doesn't want to be back with the kids.
Yeah, we're just like handing the catnip back and forth. Me and Cormac.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that happens. You have your funeral. You stay sick, but okay. Mm-hmm. I do need D14 toughness checks from both of you.
That's 12.
It's a 12?
Yes.
Okay.
Any soothing harmonica music that maybe
Oh
comes
yeah,
from-
yeah. Well, he's already got the harmonica out of his dusty red bandana, so he might as well play it sad. Nope. Played it bad.
So pumped full of drugs.
Katie, day 52, you start to feel the telltale signs of what you have warned everyone against. A little tickle under your skin, the sort of buzzy fuzziness of fatigue, and a pounding headache in the front of your skull, reaching all the way back to the back of your skull.
I think I'm going to have to roll to see what Katie does next.
Whoa.
Because I've got two options before me, and both seem equally likely.
Go for it.
Well, Katie doesn't say anything just yet.
Close to the chest.
Just kind of grits her teeth and keeps on driving. At the fall of that day, you come across what looks like an encampment up the road. Big corrugated iron sheet doors and a couple guards with guns pointed in your direction. We have reached Fidel's. And that's where we're going to end session number 5, episode number 5.
This is much more my speed than the artist colony, I'll be honest.
So that does it for this episode. Thank you for joining us. Come back for episode number 6. We're going to see how it goes.
We're definitely all
dying.
We're all going to be dying.
Everything's funny.
State your business.
Making our way through like everyone else.
Keep your eyes on me. That's all you gotta do.
They're going to demand payment.
Let me tell you about the 1992 LA riots.
Katie finally has the chance she's always been waiting for.
Rory, would you like to make an attack?
I would love to try.
State-sponsored violence. Got it.
Ain't nothing but state-sponsored values.
Can I give someone my taser?
I don't know what you mean. Put the tingly one with the fuzzy one.
The adrenaline is fully worn off. And they are like now just in a wagon full of kids.
Ask not for whom the die rolls.
No,
done?
we're good. Everything's fine.
You don't look it.
It was gonna be you all along.
In my head, this is a Renaissance painting.
Oogly moogly. And then, McCree. This is serious.
Mama.
I honestly can't believe that he's here.